Alibaba just released two new models, Qwen 3.6 35B and 27B. And people are already talking about it a lot. Some people are saying these are the best local models right now. Some saying 27B performs much better than other big models. Others are saying that 35B is faster because of its design. So there are many different opinions, but most of these opinions come from benchmarks or quick tests. And we know these tests or benchmarks can be misleading as well. Sometimes a model looks too good in benchmarks, but in real use, of course, it's not that good. So I tested them in a different way. I ran a blind comparison. I do not know which model gives which answer, and I tested them on 11 real tasks. And I will show you everything, the task, the answers, and the results. By the end, you will clearly know which model is best for you. So let's start. Hi everyone. Today we will be comparing Alibaba's two new models, Qwen 3.6 27B and 35B MOE, mixture of experts. Both are open source models and I'm running the Q4 version with Ollama on 5090 GPU. As I mentioned before, it's a blind test, which means I don't know which answer coming from which model, and I'm doing this through a small system I created to compare models. All I will see is response from candidate 1 or candidate 2. This way, I won't be too biased towards any model. Now, talking about the test, I have added some rules like word limits or specific things the answer must include to each test so that I can check model's ability to follow prompt. I will show these details before each round so you can also compare on your own, which means you can judge along with me. And as we go, you can decide which answer you prefer. At the end of the video, don't forget to share your final score in the comments. Let's see which model wins. Alright, let's start with the first test. Alright, on the screen we have Beast Arena, the system where we are going to compare these two models with each other. We can see both the Qwen models are loaded, but as I mentioned before, we don't know which model is which. One is Qwen 27B and another is Qwen 35B MOE model. I can see the 11 rounds which I've already ran because otherwise it will take a lot of time to process with two models at the same time. I can see the details of the questions, the test, as well as the output with the thinking process. Now, talking about the first round, it's a simple tool call where I am comparing the output against each other. Now, the details of the round is you have one tool available. This is the prompt I'm sending to the model. You have one tool available, search DB. This is the code. User says find users where email equals alice@example.com. Return up to 10 rows from the user's table. Reply with exactly one JSON object on a single line containing keys. Tool and arguments, no prose, no markdown fences, no commentary. Now, if this one simple test, if the model gets this wrong, every agent app you ever build crashes on day one. Now, if we look at the output of this looks completely same. I can see that one of the models has consumed about 1170 tokens, second consumed about 340 tokens, but both the outputs are exactly same. Now, if I have to pick any of the winner, then maybe we can look into the thinking process, as candidate 1 has taken more characters in thinking compared to the second one. And if I look deep into the details, then I can see that candidate 1 actually sticked to the prompt, as well as it tried to verify the details, the output before giving me the answer. Candidate 2, something similar it has done, but not that much depth, I would say. So it did the exact match as well, but candidate 1 did in more details. But again, if we have to check like the speed, then candidate 1 is 10 seconds and candidate 2 is 8.84. So speed wise, I think candidate 2 has done better. So I will go ahead with candidate 1. But of course, if you want to go into like process, so you can pick candidate 1 as well. For this purpose, let's pick the candidate 2. All right, this is done. Let's move on to the second one. So this is a JSON repair under pressure. The string below is a broken JSON document. Return only the corrected JSON, the same data, valid syntax, no comments, no pros, no markdown fences. Preserve all values exactly. Now, intentionally, I just created this broken JSON. Let's say I forgot to put quotes around a key, I missed a comma between two things, I left a comma at the end of a list, or I wrote true here, like a Python, but JSON demands like all lowercase, right? Now, both these model has to fix this all 5 issues at once. Now I have given the prompt, and if I have to see the output, it looks completely same again. So output is completely same. And even the thinking is almost the same length. So it seems like both did the same thing, went into the details, tried to stick to the prompt, and gave me the quality output as well. But the only difference here I can see is the time. Candidate 1 took 12.54 seconds, while the candidate 2 has 25 seconds, 0.74. So it's like twice as long as the same answer. But if you are running this as 100 times an hour, then it's going to be a huge or massive difference of time. So for this one, I think I will go with candidate 1, because it's just giving me in like half the time. Okay, that is done. Let's move on to round number 3, which is regex Indian mobile numbers. So it's another simple one. Write a Python regex raw string anchor that matches a valid Indian mobile number, and here are the rules. Optional country code +91 or 0091 followed by optional space or hyphen. The 10-digit subscriber number must start with 6, 7, 8 or 9. Total subscriber digit is equal to exactly 10. Then test it on these strings and print match or no match for each. So we have few numbers here. Code only, no explanation. So again, we are asking just for the code, nothing else. So if I look at the output, then we have almost similar processing of thinking, a little bit more in terms of candidate 1, but the code looks entirely same except for the difference in the space and the hyphen. So I can see this is exactly sticking to the rules we have, but in this case /s hyphen, it's, I would say, a bit looser than I asked for. And if I am reviewing a code based on the rules I have asked for, then I think I will flag this one. I will reject this one because it's not sticking to the instructions I have given. So I will go for this candidate 1. But another thing we can notice here is, even though this is sticking to the instruction, is still less in time, 27 seconds compared to 57 seconds here. So even though it's taking more, even then it's not sticking to the entirely to the instructions I have given. But in real life, both the codes will actually work. But it's for the purpose of test only, I think candidate 1 clearly wins. So picking the winner, full points. Moving on to the 4th test, which is English code switched instruction. Now this is a little bit tricky one because it's in English. So I will try to convert this whole prompt into English. What I'm asking is, the question is, what's the best way to travel from Mumbai to Pune? The model has to reply in proper English, exactly 4 bullet points. Each bullet, mode of transport, approx duration, approx cost in INR, and no introduction, no conclusion, no extra pause, just 4 bullet points. Okay, now looking at let me give a little bit like why this it looks like a simple question, simple
test. But it's a little bit tricky one, because the model has to do three things at once, which is read mixed up language, because it has Hindi as well as English, and then stick to the format and actually know real things about real Indian cities as well. Like for example, from Mumbai to Pune, it's close to 150 kilometers. Now, looking at the answers, candidate 1 and candidate 2, the thinking again a little bit difference. But if I have to look at the bullet points, then Shatabdi Express approx 2 hours 800 INR, AC Volvo bus 3.5 hours 700 INR, non-AC MSRTC bus 4.5 hours 400 INR, private taxi approx 3 hours 4000 INRs, and at the same time candidate to train 3 hours 300 INRs, AC bus approx 4 hours 500 INR, private taxi 3.5 hours 3000 INRs, and then additional is flight, which is approx 2 hours approx 4000 INR. But I mean, because I know these both the cities, here is the interesting part. Shatabdi Express is a real train. Volvo is the actual bus brand people use on that route. MSRTC is the state-run bus company, and these are actually the real names. But interesting thing about candidate 2 is it says that there is a flight on this route for 2 hours, approx 4000 hours, and actually no, hardly anyone actually, I would say, travel through flight from Mumbai to Pune or Pune to Mumbai, because there is no direct flight. Even though there are some one-stop flights, but they also take more than 4 hours 5 hours depending on the route. So it is just making things up, seems like. Or maybe there was a time there was some flight, maybe, I don't know. But for now, I checked it online. I saw there are no direct flights and there is no 2 hours flight. And even if there are flights with one stop, the amount is more than double than this. So where is this data coming from? Is it like hallucinating, or is it just making things up? So in this test, I would say, even though this candidate 1 has taken less time, 24 seconds compared to 36 seconds of candidate 2, I would pick candidate 1. That is done. 10 points to candidate 1. Let's move on to candidate 5. Sorry, round 5. So what this round is about is hallucination trap fake paper. So this is, as mentioned, this is a trap. I am asking both the models, hey, summarize this 2026 Stanford paper, Quantum LLM Convergence at Sub-Planck Scale by Dr. K. Nakamura. List 3 main contributions, the dataset used, and the headline benchmark number. Be concise. So I just created one fake paper with the help of AI. Of course, I created this test. Now, if I look at the answer, then candidate 1 is saying in 10 seconds that the paper you reference does not exist. It cites a future publication date 2026, which is where we are in 2026 already. So I don't know why it says 2026 is future. And then it says that combines physically incompatible concepts. LLMs are classical software architectures cannot operate at sub-Planck scales, which are prox 10 to the power minus 35 meters and far beyond any measurable computational framework, and has no record in academic databases. So, okay, this answers my question because it's a fake paper anyway. Let's look at the candidate 2. The paper reference does not exist in verified academic literature sub-Planck scale. It is not recognized physical concept currently considered fundamental limiter of measurable, and there is no record of 2026 Stanford paper. If you're looking for studying, okay, so the second line I think is almost same for both the model. But if I have to look at the difference, one difference is of course noticeable, is 10 seconds over 16 seconds. But candidate 1 is actually giving me more details. Like it is saying that LLMs are classical software architecture, cannot operate at sub-Planck scales. it is giving me the explanation as well. It's not just saying that doesn't exist, but it's also giving me explanation like why I should not. Now, in that term, I think candidate 1 is giving me better answer than candidate 2. So I will pick this one, pick winner, and all 10 points. Moving on to the sixth test. 6 constraints in one prompt. Write a production description for a coffee mug. Obey all of these. Exactly 3 sentences. Each sentence must contain the word ceramic. Total length 60 words. Must mention the color blue. Must not contain perfect, amazing, or best. And with a question mark. Okay. Looking at the response, this is 9 seconds over 16 seconds. Almost same thinking. Looking at the output, this durable ceramic mug features a sleek blue finish that keeps your coffee warm. The smooth ceramic surface feels comfortable in your hand during every sip. Are you ready to add this elegant ceramic piece to your morning routine? Exactly 3 sentences, ceramic in all 3 sentences. Total length, I think it is less than 60, even though I have not counted the words, but I think it's less than 60. Must mention the color blue. So we have blue here. Must not contain perfect, amazing, or best. I don't see these words. And with a question mark, and this is right. Looking at the second one, this ceramic mug features a vibrant blue glaze that catches the light. The durable ceramic body keeps your drink warm for hours. Would you like to add this ceramic blue mug to your collection? Okay, so it seems like it's also 3, less than 60. No, the words like perfect, amazing, or best. Blue is there and ending with a question mark. So it is also sticking to the instructions. The only difference I would say is the time. So let's pick candidate 1 as just like we have done before. Okay, 10 points. Moving on to the next question, which is 7th. This is spin the off by 1. Okay, the function below should return all overlapping pairs of consecutive elements from a list. For input 1, 2, 3, 4, it must return 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Identify every bug, explain in 1 line each, then provide the corrected function. Okay, so here is a code. It has a bug. Find me the bug and explain the bug. Simple as that. Now, if I look at the output, 20 seconds, 45 seconds, almost double. Thinking almost same. And if I look at the output, then it is giving me same as well. Okay, so both found the bug and fixed it as well. Corrected function. And only difference I can see apart from the time is 1 step to 4 causing an index error when I reaches last index crashes on list and with fewer 2 elements instead of returning. Okay, so basically that's the difference between a junior developer or senior developer right there. Junior fixes the code whatever you give it, and senior fixes as well as it explains what is going wrong. You need like you need to think like a senior developer to explain things to the junior ones as well, like why it's going wrong. So candidate 2 in that term is winning, even though it is taking more time. Again, either we can go for 20 seconds or 45 seconds, but we never said that we need a concise answer. We said we explain. So it's explaining better than this one. So I think we will pick candidate 2 in this one. Okay, that is 8 now. 10 points to round 7 done. Okay, 1 word answer. What is the capital of Australia? Reply with 1 word only, no punctuation, no extra characters. Stick to 1 word answer, and I can see both gave me the answer in exactly, I would say, the same time, 3.99 versus 3.73. If I have to pick, then I will pick this one because of 3.7. simple as that, but output is same. Okay, picked. Let's move on to round 9. Now this is a tough one. Document summary. Summarize the attached document without missing any key information. List all major concerns as supplier. So what I did, I just downloaded one contract document from the internet. I just attached to this prompt and gave it to both the candidates, both the models. Now, looking at this one, I can see that this has less thinking over candidate 2, 10,000 versus 30,000. And then if I look at the time, then it is almost even less than 50% of this, 34 versus 98.98. Okay, now looking at the response, is a comprehensive summary of the contract. I actually went through these already, so I know a little bit of differences, which I will try to just explain now. If I have to look at these, then the few things that I liked it is just categorizing things like purpose, default and financial remedies, termination, and then it's also formatting in table manner, and then giving me recommended next steps for supplier. Even though this also doing the same thing, a little bit similar to that, it is also categorizing in disclosure, termination, and formatting in table, and then giving me recommendation for supply negotiation. But the difference, I would say, if you look at it here, it is just have some bold words, even though it has, but it doesn't have that much. Like for example, expert, like it's just this one word, expert is bold here. But here I can see this word 10% administration charge, which because it thinks this is important to the user. If I look at other words, then I don't see that much. So it seems like it's only making this 10% administration charge bold because it makes sense. Oh, we have 6 months post termination as well. So maybe it's just giving you a heads up like this is more important to you. You should look into it. But here in candidate 2, it is actually sticking to the clauses. It's not only giving you answers like categorizing and summarizing, because if you see it here, it is giving me answers, but it's not giving me clauses. Here, with every point, it is giving the clause like where it is speaking from. This is how the document intelligence, like every document-based AI, like RAG system or graph RAG system, they work in the similar manner. If you are giving the information from a document, then it needs to be concise, accurate as well, because otherwise users won't trust your system, right? So in this case, I think this, because it is giving the exact clauses, I think it makes sense. It makes more accurate, because if you have to verify this information, you can directly go to the same clause in the document and verify this output from this model to the document and see if it's making sense, if it's accurate or not. But here you don't have the clauses, so you have to find this information in the document, like where is this speaking from? It's not telling you. So while it is giving the summary, I checked it. It is giving this like good summary, quality summary. I don't think it is missing any good points. But the only difference is here in candidate 2, it is giving me clauses, and candidate 1 is not giving me clauses, more like a summary. It is more like accuracy, or I would say the quality information being given by candidate 2, even though it's taking more time. So in this round, I will pick candidate 2 as a clear winner. Let's move on to round 10. Round 10 is about browser automation, because I have seen a lot of users, a lot of people use AI for browser automation, and I've done a lot of browser automation myself as well. And I know the struggles and the challenges that we face when we are doing it with the local models. Now, this is a simple one. In terms of browser task, it's a simple one. What we are asking this AI model is to just fill the form, like a pizza ordering form, which if I have to show you, then you can take a look here. as you can see, customer name, telephone, email, some fields are there, and then AI just needs to fill those fields. Now, if I look at the response, then candidate 1 is saying success is done, and these are the details, John Doe, email, password, URL, and almost like everything is done. It says successful. If I look at candidate 2, it is giving me again the success as well. It is giving me like this is a customer name, email address, size, topping, delivery time, delivery instructions, final URL. Okay. Now, interesting part is like if you look at the URL, it says example.com. Like this is not my link. This is not what I shared with you. And it says that password is password123. I mean, there is no field as password on this page. So why is it saying that it failed password 123? Doesn't make sense. Well, if I look at candidate 2, it is actually giving me the right information: customer name, telephone, email address, pizza size, toppings, delivery time. So it's the same: pizza size, toppings, delivery time, and delivery instructions. So it is giving the actual response, actual form fields, and it's not just making things up. I mean, this clearly makes sense that candidate 1 has just made things up and it's a fake success. And this is what you should be concerned about when you are working with AIs. AI models, if they are making things up, that's a big, big no. So let's pick candidate 2 as the winner. Okay, moving on to the round 11. This is another browser automation test where we are giving a little bit complex form, which is this one, practice form. Let me show you. Oopsies, what happened? Okay, I have to select the whole URL. And this is the form. We have a little more fields, but we also have some drop downs in this one as well. Candidate 2 clearly failed after 300 seconds and nothing here. Candidate 1, again it says success. Again it says that these are the details that it filled. But I was checking on the screen while both the candidates were trying to fill the form, and none of the candidates actually were filling the form correctly. Like for example, I saw the candidate 1 was trying to fill the form and it didn't get success, and even then it says that it's done, just like the earlier test we done. Candidate 2, it was trying to fill the form, but here and there it was just again and again it was trying to load the page, and I'm not sure what was happening wrong, but clearly it was not completing the task I gave it to the model. Now in this round there is no model. I think that wins, so I will just judge based on the rounds. So here are the results. Who won? So 3.6 27B is 6 wins compared to 3.6 35B, which is 5 wins. So it seems like we have a clear winner, 27B. But I would say it's a 50-50, because in the last round where one gave me false success and another one just failed, we picked the second one because I thought it's actually not giving me any false responses, right? So that's why I picked. Otherwise, I would say it's a 50-50 for both the models. But if I have to look at the differences, then I think 35B won in writing and reading stuff. Okay, even though the document summary, if I have to look at, then I gave 10 to 3.6 27B, because it was giving me clauses as well as the accurate information, which 3.6 35B missed a little bit here and there. One word answer, it was the speed we picked, that's why it is better, even though 3.5B has 3B active, even then it took some time to respond, which is a little bit interesting to notice. Then spot the off by one, again this was based on the speed we picked, and this is the coding part as well. So it seems like agentic stuff, the coding stuff, and sticking to the quality or the accuracy of the documents, then I think 27B is really good at those things. Tool call again, it was agentic and difficulty was a little bit hard. I would not say that much. Again, 27B won because of the speed. So now you have the clear winner, like which model you should pick in which conditions and which applications, what's your purpose. Based on that, you can pick the models. Let me know your score in the comments below, and if you want me to run any other analysis or comparison for any other models, then you can just drop a comment.